name is Jakob Herrmann. I'm a producer, engineer, and owner of Top Floor Studios in Gothenburg, Sweden. I've worked with bands like Amaranth, Evergrey, Dark Tranquillity, Syra, and many more. I was thrilled to be contacted by Toontrack to record some drums for an upcoming library, and that meant that I could make my dream drums come true. One kit is big and boomy, and one kit is tight and punchy. And that way they can be used in a diverse variety of metal and rock productions. When the guys at Toontrack asked me if I had a drummer in mind for this project, I suggested Alex Landenburg.
So yeah, Jakob called me and he asked me like a few weeks ago if I was available for some recordings. And I said, yes, totally, I'm up for it, because Jakob and I were friends for a long time now. And I just love recording at the studio. When he told me that it's about, recording samples for Toontrack, I was hooked, because I am actually using this stuff, and I've been using this stuff for a long time. And I've always wondered what it would be like to, go into detail and record stuff for it. So, that it was like a no-brainer for me. I said yes, sure.
I got to know Alex when I was recording the first Syra album, and I knew that he would be a good pick for this project because he has great attention to detail. He really knows how to hit a drum in different styles to bring out different sounds.
Like most people in the last year, I've had more time than usual, so I kind of went in and re-evaluated my technique a little bit and worked a little more on my dynamics than before. Here's where it really helped me. And if you just look at drumsticks, and you will realize that every component is so important for a sound. If you grip them a bit too tightly, and then you grip them correctly, you see, that's the kind of difference. That's already, happening in your hand, in the drum head. And it's an endless chain of little things that add up to a hopefully perfect or close to perfect recording.
I've used this kit in so many recordings. It's a one-of-a-kind, custom-built kit in maple, birch, and carbon fiber.
What we did here, we had one kit that's really like, let's say for the big rock stuff. If you need big sounding drums, very boomy, very heavy.
It's got thick shells with rounded bearing edges, making it a little bit of vintage style. It's kind of a John Bonham on steroids kind of kit, which was what I was aiming for.
This is a free floater. It's a very weird system that they've been doing for years now, that there's no drilling in the shell. Mm-hmm. So the whole shell is actually totally wide open.
The DS drum kit is also custom built to my specifications. It has very thin shells. It's made of maple mahogany and it's undersized in depth.
It's more focused and maybe a bit more clearer in the attack. So if you're going to do fast stuff and like maybe even extreme metal stuff, that's probably going to be the kit that you want to use for that.
The DS drums were meant to be tight, snappy, with lots of low end and punch.
Then tons of additional samples of bass drums and many more snares and stuff, because that's the stuff, you know, where everybody has like their own taste, so you want to have more options for that. So that's where we have actually a lot of options in between all of these, like these two extremes. So the studio is based in Gothenburg, and it's actually based in a really beautiful classic old theater, which is probably not gonna make so much of a difference, because in the end, the important thing is this recording room.
The live room is very wide, and I chose to go for a wide drum sound more than a deep drum sound. The room is very controlled in all frequencies, and it's kind of meant to be slammed through a compressor, since it's not too long, not too short. But when you compress the room mics, it brings out the kit in a beautiful way.
What I really like about it is the high ceiling. And that's exactly what you want in a drum room. The overheads are really shiny and brilliant, but it's also focused enough and punchy, especially for a rock and metal production.
Alex hates me now that I put him to work.
I'm really looking forward to using these sounds in my own productions. Usually I custom make samples in every recording I do when it comes to rock or metal, and now I can just pick the samples I want from this very session. Even though I have all the snare drums here on my shelf, recording them takes a lifetime, and now I can just open EZdrummer or Superior Drummer and pick the ones I want for a certain sound.
Obviously, because of this attention to detail that we put into this recording, it's quite a difference, again, to even some of the best sounds on the modules that you have nowadays. So to be able to use my own snare now on future recordings, that's amazing. Same with my cymbals, you know. These are sounds that I know so well, and you know, now to be able to play them on an electronic kit and record them like that, that's gonna be fantastic.
Honestly, the final product turned out to be just what I was aiming for. To have two kits, one big and boomy, one tight and punchy, to complement each other in that way is really a dream come true for a sound expansion.